Well, I had to get off the highway. It's about 10:30. Got about 7.5 hours to go. Had I-25 closed for some couple accidents, I guess it was. So now I'm driving some back roads. Have no idea where I'm at. Hopefully Google Maps does. But still got about 7.5 hours to go. It's about 37 degrees. Things are looking pretty good. Weather's great. So yeah, it's working out so far. Provided I can find my way down to Fort Stockton from the middle of nowhere. So let me, I'll get a couple of shots on video, let you guys see what I'm looking at. But so far so good, and we'll check back in with you later. All right, here we are, top of Black Gap. Well, not the top, about a mile in. And just another Sunday stroll, doing our thing. Try and get some footage on the trail this time. Last time we didn't get none because I was trying not to crash. This time shouldn't be so bad. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what I can get.
Yeah, you're good. Come up straight. Back tire now. Back tire is going to come down. Cut it, passenger. There you go.
So we're here, we're set up. We are at loop number 1. about as closest to Mexico as you can get in this park. I'll do the walkabout and you can see how we're set up, get an idea what we're looking at.
Well, we made it to our first site, Loop 1. We're right along the Rio Grande River. Just on the other side is Mexico. We're in a little mesa. I'm praying that the wind doesn't howl on us tonight. Spectacular views though. Hopefully we get some good stars. It's clear now.
Alright, forgive the sun, it's right in the camera right now. Here we go, there's Mike's Jeep. We're set up right behind our Jeeps. Had to set the tarp up. The sun out here is brutal today. It is literally over 80 degrees right now in the sun.
Got the tent set up. Mark putting his air mattress, inflating his air mattress. The tarp on the back of the tent to keep the sun off. It's warm, it's over 80 right now. We went about as far south as we could, try to escape that Arctic cold that's catching the nation.
I'll walk over to the edge so you can see the Rio Grande. But that's our view. Pretty good view. I don't know what those two little rabbit ear looking rocks are, but they're pretty cool. I don't know if you can see them in the camera or not. So here is the mighty Rio Grande. It's not very impressive in person, I can tell you. But at least you can hear water running at night. I would sleep better. And then over there is Mexico, which is less than 100 yards away. How about that? Yeah, it's got a great view from here though. And there's Mike. Had a good run today. We did Black Gap Trail. Was a couple spots were a little sketchy, but it was a fun ride. Didn't bang nothing, destroy nothing, or can't beat that. I can't see the screen, so hopefully you're looking at the river. Like I said, it's not as impressive in person as they make it seem out to be. And right on the other side is Mexico. And there you go. That's our first night out here in Big Bend. All right, we'll talk to you all in a little while. Second day, we are probably about halfway to our second campsite. It's about 12:30. It's a great day. It was cold this morning, I tell you. It was pretty chilly, but you know, we were warm in our tents. I didn't get cold at all last night. The wind was howling most of the night, so it was kind of a rough sleeping night. But we're heading down River Road west, right along the Rio Grande. If I can get this to stop bouncing for you. Got a few good shots of us coming down the trail. It's a great ride, good scenery. Seen a herd of wild horses, so hopefully that'll get into the video. But yep, just wanted to check in. Like I said, we got about another hour and a half, 2 hours to our next campsite, and we'll talk to you when we get there. And this is what we could see from our campsite, or at least one of the ones we could see from our campsite. Alright, here we are, night 2. We're all set up, had supper, and gonna settle in for the evening before it gets cold. So here, let me give you the walk around tour of our little site, and you see what our home away from home looks like. Alright, so let me come over here so I don't run into a cactus. And there we go.
So we're settled in for night 2. We're in Grapevine Hills number 4. We a little cold last night. The wind kicked in about 1:30 in the morning. Temperatures probably 34, 35. Wind chill, who knows, but the wind was howling. Tonight, wind chill is expected to be about 8 degrees, so we'll see. I got the Jeeps lined up to block the wind a little bit.
It's going to be windy tonight, so we use the brush in the Jeeps. Hopefully we'll block some of the wind. Last night it got pretty windy, and sleeping was quite a challenge. So hopefully tonight, having the Jeeps this way and then us tucked into this little hole here will definitely help out. You know, we got our little fire pit. We're gonna light that up.
Oh, my battery died.
Oh no!
I got most of it.
Mike's battery died. Wave to the camera, Mike. Where's your dead battery?
Dead battery.
As you can see, I vented my fuel cans yesterday and got a bath. So that was no bueno. Here, let me zoom out a little bit if I can do this without tripping over something. And there you go. And here's our view. If you can see that in the camera, I don't know. Pretty small image that I'm looking at, so it's tough to tell. Then tomorrow, it'll be an early day. We're going to wrap it up here, and then we're going to head over to Big Bend Ranch State Park and do the last 3 nights over there. So, should go pretty good. All right. Well, that's it for tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow. All right, we are all tanked up and heading out of Big Bend National Park now. Got about 2, maybe 3 hours of driving to get to the state park and to get to the campsite. So, gonna just be heading on hardball for the next couple hours down along the Rio Grande, and then cut back into the northeast to get back into the park. So, it's gonna be a little bit. I'll check in once we get into the park and try and get some more video for you. We're at night 3. We're at our site. As you can see from behind me, maybe you can. Sun's going down. It's pretty late. It's 5:30 going on 6. It took us a lot longer to get here today than we thought it was going to. Pretty good sight. Hopefully the wind will stay down. There's a light breeze now, but the forecast is the 20s with little to no wind. So we'll see how that goes. So
okay, after a very cold night 2, we didn't get much above 45, 48 today. Hopefully it doesn't get as cold tonight, or at least the wind doesn't howl. The wind howled last night. We are in our camp, night 3, and we're in Big Bend Ranch State Park. Yeah, beautiful drive over here. We are got a little late to camp tonight. We just finished setting up, getting ready to have a fire. Hopefully, like I said, the wind doesn't howl. It was howling last night. Wind chills were in the single digits. It was a rough night, but tonight's forecast, wind chill not lower than 20, so that should make a difference.
So let's go ahead and do a quick walk around, and you can see where we're at. You can see Mike's tent. Oops, stepped in a cactus. Mike's tent and his Jeep. My tent. Of course, this one's got a picnic table. And of course, the Jeep. There's the ridgeline. You can see the sun starting to creep up the ridgeline there. So it'll be dark, full on dark here in about another 45 minutes. maybe an hour, but right now temperature is about 45, so it's the warmest it's been all day, to tell you the truth. So you can kind of see how we're set up. I haven't opened up my back yet. I've been pitching the tent and my home away from home. And then over here, if I don't trip over these rocks, is our fire pit, which is kind of neat. It's kind of tucked over here in the corner behind this rock, which makes a pretty good windbreak.
You hope.
We hope, anyway. Mike's taking his union break before we start splitting wood. All right, that's it for tonight. Unless something exciting happens, we see a bear or mountain lion or something, at which case I'll get back with you then. But if not, we'll check in with you later. All right, well, it's day 3, I believe, and we are cruising down yet another goat trail, heading to our next campsite. It's only a couple miles. It's probably going to take us about 45 minutes to get there because we're kind of moving at a walking pace. It's a feature trail on Onyx. So far it's held up to its name. A lot of washes, a lot of steep inclines and declines, and spend half of my day leaning from one side or the other. It's a good trail, but yeah, today the weather is great. Right now I'm showing about 54 degrees, clear blue sky, sunny, no wind. Last night was chilly again. It was 20, 21, 22, something like that, but no wind, so it was a good night. You know, we slept good, stayed warm, got a fire going this morning, cooked us up some eggs and sausages, and just kind of lounged around the camp because it was only a short drive today. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a good day. Hopefully we'll get the Dutch oven out tonight and have some time to cook some real food instead of the quick meals. And we'll check in once we get to the site, and hopefully I can get some clips of this that'll make it into the final video. But we'll see. I'm afraid to stick my hand out the window because all the cactus, I don't know if you can hear them running down the side of the Jeep, but free pinstriping, that's for sure. Another wash right here. There we go. Yep, free pinstriping for sure. All right, well, that's it for now. I'll check in once we get to camp. here we are. We're night 4, I believe it is. Yeah, night 4. We're at Vista del Chisos, which is Spanish for view of the Chisos, which I'll show you a panoramic view here. And then we'll do a walkabout in the site. So, way off in the distance, and again, I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but that's the Chisos. And as you can see, there's not a lot else to look at around here. A hill, a couple hills, and that's pretty much it. That, you can see the dirt road we came in on. That was a fun trail. Had a good time with that. So let's walk around the campsite. We had to park a little strange in this one. Wasn't a lot of room. So Mike's in the Jeep getting his stuff for the evening. Weather's great. It's trying to negotiate these rocks here so I don't fall into a cactus, which, you know, has happened once already. So we thought originally this big dirt patch over here was the campsite. However, it is not. The campsite is actually behind my Jeep, and wonder of wonders, there's actually some flat tent spots there, which is the first time we've had a flat tent spot in this park. We just had us a little bit of lunch. It's about 3:30, 20 to 4 right now. We got in here about 2:30, got everything all set up. Got a picnic table, pretty decent fire pit, our firewood for the night. And then, as you can see, there's my home for tonight. And there's Mike's. And yes, that is a bag of rocks holding the tent down. Ground was too rocky, couldn't get a stake in, so had those snow anchors that now become rock anchors. So it's supposed to be pretty warm tonight, in the 40s, so should be a good night. I don't expect to be too cold. Last night was cold this morning, but we stayed warm all night, so that was good. Worked out well. But tonight we're going to do a little bit of steak nachos and refried beans in the Dutch oven, and then hang around the fire for a little bit. So, all right, that's it for tonight. I will check back in with you tomorrow once we head to our next site.
Our site for tonight. Gonna do some steak nachos in the Dutch oven. Chef Mark is preparing. He's actually setting up a time lapse on his GoPro. That's it. This is night 4.
All right, last full day here. We're heading down the main road, getting ready to turn on trail here towards our last campsite here, and probably another mile and a half. It was nice this morning. We got up, it was warm, no wind all night, so that was great because the temperature stayed pretty much around 40 all night, so it was great. It was warm this morning when we got up. It was probably pushing 50, which was a little weird.
Left at the fork. Lean left at the fork.
Left at the fork, got it. But anyway, had some biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and yeah, it was a great morning. So probably got about another 45 minutes to get to a campsite. I'll try and get some more shots on trail once we get off of this road. Hopefully I won't knock my Jeep out of alignment going down this road at 20 miles an hour. And yeah, we'll keep you posted. Here we are, night 5, our last night out in the park. We are at Fresno Vista. I don't know if you can see that sign, but we are all set up, ready to go. Starting to look a little scruffy. Been 5 days out. Been a good trip. Had a pretty easy day today. Didn't do a whole lot of trails. It was a pretty easy run into the site. Stopped at the ranger station, topped off our water, emptied our trash, you know, all the usual stuff. It was windy when we got here, so setting up was quite the challenge. Wind's supposed to die down later this evening. It's going to start coming out of the north, so it'll cool off a little bit. It's been in the 70s all day today, so it was a nice day. Mike just did his little walkabout. Now I'm going to do mine, and we'll show you what we're going to be doing tonight. So this is the road in. See the Jeeps. You can probably see where the tents are at. This is kind of a strange campsite. It's kind of spread out. So, you know, we got the Jeeps parked pretty much between us and the fire pit, which is a little unusual. But where we got the tents was pretty much the only flat spot, other than, you know, way away from the fire pit. So we picked a couple flat spots and pitched the tents in the howling wind. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but those big orange stakes, I got those a while back because of the rocky ground.
These are tents. It's like solid rock. It's crazy how hard it was to get these tent stakes in. And Mark lent me some of his heavy duty stakes. When we were setting up, the wind was howling to the point where Mark had to hold my tent, or I actually held the tent while he pounded the stakes because it was going to blow away. It was crazy windy. Praying the wind goes down. It's supposed to go down a little bit more tonight, 3 to 6 tonight. But the park, the spot is very scenic. It's just kind of an odd setup for a campsite. Quite a bit of distance between the campfire and the tent pad. So, set up here. And this is the first bear box we encountered in the state park. So we've, yeah, they told us bear activity's on the increase. So I imagine they're adding bear boxes to the sites. But views are actually pretty spectacular. Not a bad view to look at through the campfire tonight. Picnic table, Mark chilling, campfire, the Jeeps are all outfitted. It's a short run for us today. We've been here for a couple hours, had some cheese and crackers, just chilling, hoping the wind goes down. Yeah, that's about it for tonight. We'll talk to you later.
Crazy. There's Mike's tent. There's my little tent. Hopefully I'm level tonight. Looks like I will be. We'll see. If I have to flip around in the middle of the night, that ought to be fun. And of course, got the 2 Jeeps all set up to make dinner. Dinner tonight is world famous hobo stew. Here's our mess. Don't mind all the jackets piled back there. That's when it gets cold, we don't have to dig for it. And Mike's set up his mobile chuck wagon.
It works.
There's Mike. Hi.
It works.
Yes, it does. Works well. And our little fire pit. Got to figure out how we're gonna huddle around this tonight. Because there's like 0 level ground here, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Got to split some firewood still. And then here's kind of the view all around us. It's an awesome view. Just amazing. Hopefully the camera didn't shut off in the sun. Apologize, the sun's pretty low. But you can see the mountains in the back. And we've got a little bit of shelter from the wind. Unfortunately, it's coming right in from where the open spot is. But, well, that's about it for this one. Like I said, it's our last night. We're going to get up early in the morning and head to Midland, spend the night in Midland, and then head home on Saturday morning. So, all right, that's it for now. Maybe we'll do another quick one while we eat dinner, and then we'll be done for the night. All right, we'll check in with you later.